Gemini. Is that you, Gemini? Oh, yes, it is. What's up, Gemini? We're here with your Jupiter. Jupiter reading. It's retrograde, though. We gotta remember that. Jupiter retrograde began in the Pre+Shadow Period on the 18th of February, approximately. And so beautiful outside. All right. And it actually officially begins today. So from pre-shadow into official retrograde sort of direction here. My priest is falling on the ground. All right, we'll get into it for you, Gemini. And so then it will actually officially go direct on the 12th of September. However, there is still a post-shadow period, and that ends on the 8th of December. So from the 12th of September, approximately 2020, leading then into the 8th of December 2020, we will have the post-shadow period, and that might be just as powerful and potent as the technical retrograde cycle. All right, let's jump into it here, Gemini. Loving the light to all. Thank you so much for tuning in to you here. And there is a way to slow the reading down if you do feel guided. I know some of you are like, it's going by way too fast. If it is, you can slow it down, click the little dots, and you're on your way to selecting the perfect speed for you. Okay. All right. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, all of you. Thank you so much for connecting and tuning in. And let's jump into it. And by the way, as well, this is a channel message in addition. Wow, I literally shuffled the cards. The world's second time here is on the face of the stack. So we'll get into it. But again, this is Jupiter retrograde. So matters related to Jupiter, really a focus here around this time. We've actually got quite a number of planets retrograde around this time. Not only Jupiter, we've got Venus, we've got Saturn, we've got Pluto. So there are a number of planets that are up to bat, so to speak, up for review. And the matters associated with it as it relates to your personal birth chart might be coming up here as a focus. Now, Gemini, I was meditating your energy before I turn on the camera, and again, this is a tarot reading, but I'm also channeling, so a bit of some oracle work. All right, there is a focus here. I'm hearing it right off the bat, like in the beginning here. We'll pull 2 cards for each of the months, February through December, and then we're going to get into the extended in the next reading here via the link in the box below. You can access that reading via that link, and that will be assessing the energy more deeply, sparsing it through November, December, and even January. So let's jump into it though here for you. Now, in February, I was just meditating your energy before I turned on the camera, and I was getting that there's something that you really wanted. I'm hearing this way, like, but you felt like you needed to wait on, okay? It was like something maybe even like shocking or abrupt. You're like, what the heck? What in the world just happened? I'm hearing that as well. I'm hearing, I was really happy, and then like all of a sudden, I'm hearing that as well. Like maybe there was something that was a shift to a certain dynamic. I'm hearing that as well. Sun of Swords coming through in reverse in February. Sun of Wands upright. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it was really unexpected. Like, where did that come from? What? Like, why? I'm hearing, why did that also happen? 6 of Pentacles in reverse. For a number of you, it was something that you felt, at a certain point you realized it was a cycle, it was a chapter that I needed to move through, and I realized that in order for me to move there, I would need to move through that space. Now, you then have the 4 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. For a number, this has to do with your social environment. Possibly there was a shift to that space here in some shape or form. And there was possibly even this feeling of like, I'm waiting. Now, you then step into the 6 of Cups for the tail end of February. Beautiful. I'm seeing that there's something that you feel you're balancing out, even like reconnecting with the concept of, and it could be associated with the archetype of, the social paradigm family. Now, and your values related to that space. And we do have your Venus retrograde that we're moving into as well. So, take it as well. There could be a focus on that concept there. Now, we then move into the world in March. There was possibly here in the beginning of March a very Fool here in reverse, like some kind of idea, some epiphany, some vision, some realization, some kind of clarity that came through, but there was possibly a waiting period that you felt was associated with acting on it. Now, we then steps into Aries season, I'm hearing. April, Aries season indeed. One second here. Okay. April, the month of April. There was something that possibly you felt like you're sort of like, You feel like you're almost like disconnecting from, you're almost like disassociating from, somehow like disassembling even. Like I'm seeing something that is almost, I don't want to say it's falling apart, disintegrating, but in a certain way, possibly it was falling out of so-called place, out of order. There is divine timing here. I'm hearing at play, divine order. I'm hearing that with an orchestration of the star here and the Father of Pentacles. There's something like you're like, well, there's a reason for this. Why this happened? For no reason, there's a system or some kind of, I'm hearing a business, a corporation, some kind of even institution that in some way is undergoing renovation. I'm hearing regeneration and even healing. For number of you, this is something that you're reviewing. It's maybe even your professional even outlook. I'm hearing that as well. Okay, now let's pull the calls. You have you, Gemini. It's very exciting. Oh my goodness. Ooh, June. Wait for June. I'm hearing it'll speak to I'm hearing you not in your jammies. I'm hearing believe me. Trust me on that. Okay, then we lead into I'm hearing face me. I'm hearing that with the Justice card in reverse. Okay, that's in your theme. For a number of you, all right, so we got this Jupiter retrograde period. You begin here with the Sun of Swords in reverse. You lead out with the Eight of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing there's a lot of build-up. Okay, there's something is building. It's something that possibly even you feel you're like, you're not really like understanding. Like, it's not like, oh, I have the plan and I'm just like seeing it very clearly, but I'm not seeing it manifest. I'm seeing it more so as I have this like feeling that I am unfolding in the plan itself, and I have to just kind of go with the flow with that. I feel I'm guided through that process, and I know that. I know that I'm guided, and I have to just kind of, I have to feel that emotion of faith. I'm hearing that. Very interesting. For me, this is actually you and your creative process. Possibly you feel like it's a matter of feeling vulnerable in this space, okay, of creating and feeling that I don't really have to define where this process leads me, okay? If I feel like I want to maybe approach my work in this particular way at this time, let me just kind of like learn more about why I also feel guided to carry my work in this way at this time. So there was something even experimental you felt at a certain point. It was something like maybe a little bit like off-putting. You're like, I don't know why, like I have my sort of my habits I'm hearing thrown in the air like this as well. I'm hearing that like maybe someone felt like I feel like I want to start doing this in this new way, and it's kind of throwing me off. Possibly like I feel like it potentially throws off my sense of structure, rhythm, or what has been. Now you got here the full mirror and the star. This is like something that you feel you're even uprooting, and it has to do possibly with the psychology space that is related to your system of also creativity. So for a number of you, it's something maybe even you want to implement down the line. It's very innovative. Now we then very progressive. We then have here coming through in May. We got the Five of Wands in reverse. There's something that you want to communicate. I'm hearing also mail out, but you're like, I gotta wait. I don't have my instruments. I'm hearing the Five of Wands in reverse. Wait, I don't have like my identity. I'm hearing clearly laid out. For no reason, this is possibly even something legally that you feel you have to like really be very, very like you have to get serious with prior to, and it could be some kind of schedule or even like something very, very clear. I'm hearing when it comes to the strategy of the space that you operate in, it's like I need to have it everything like set. I'm hearing that specifically. Before I really proceed with this cycle. And I'm hearing before I really also pursue the project. Now, it's something though that possibly you feel you're seeing, you're envisioning. What I'm getting is that I'm hearing you're kind of like it's private. I'm hearing that with a Five of Wands in reverse, Lovers in reverse. There's a process to this cycle that possibly you feel is a matter of like your identification with the space that you create in, but it's almost like you feel like you're changing in a certain way. So like as you're changing, so is like how you associate with the space that you create. So there's like this cyclical figure eight of interaction with even your industry that is taking place. It's like I don't really understand fully who I am in relation to my industry because that industry is changing, and I feel like I'm also changing in relation. So there is not necessarily in relation to it, but everything is connected right at the end of the day. Now for a number of you, there's something in your social environment that is uprooted. Absolutely no question. It's something that you feel is even like a system. It's like even culturally, I'm hearing the way some space is viewed. I'm hearing socio-politically. I'm hearing as well is uprooting. Now the Sun upright is in June for you, Aries. I'm hearing Aries, Gemini. I'm hearing June is a big month here for you. I'm hearing specifically in this way. It is your birthday month that we're moving into. But it's something that I'm hearing transitioning. You're shifting the gears with. You're getting very clear on. I'm hearing also translating. For a number of you, you're making something. One second. You're very proud of something in June. I'm hearing that as well. Maybe it's something that you present, or the timing feels right in some way. You got the Ten of Cups that leads you out as well. It's something very, it's exhilarating. I'm hearing it's emotional. It is. I'm hearing it's like, wow, I can't believe I finished this. I made this. I'm hearing as well, I created this. For you, it could be a birth. Now, the Ten of Pentacles we do out in July. There's a lot of stimulation when it comes to the concept of where do we now go from here on out? What is it that you kind of feel you addressed? I'm hearing the stage of that you then transition out to the next chapter of. I'm hearing also writing out. So for a number of you, there's something maybe even you're finalizing some space. You're confirming it even on a professional scale, in a professional way, in a public way, and there is a huge shift perhaps to the financial side of that story. Thank you so much for tuning in, dear Gemini. I'm going to jump into the extended. We'll take a look in further detail how these energies might sparse out as it relates to the month of even August, September, October, November, and we'll jump out of this period in December, and we'll see how these energies they trail out. Love and light to you. Thank you for tuning in, and you can ask that extended via the link in the bio box below. Again, you can access that extended reading via the link in the bio box below. Thank you for tuning in. Bye, Gemini. Thank you for your dear support. See you.